What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, I am Lisa, and today I want to transport you baby to Jamaica, man. Yes, honey. With this delicious Jamaican staple, okay? Slow cooked, juicy, fall off the bone oxtail with butter beans and the rice and peas, man. Extra gravy, please. These oxtail are 10 out of 10 slow cooked, tender melt in your mouth, fall off the bone, okay? That gravy is rich, hearty, thick, and savory, and you know we need that extra gravy all over the rice and peas, y'all. This right here is legit delicious Jamaican oxtail. If you are new here, welcome to the channel, foodies. Before we start with this bomb oxtail recipe, don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join the family, and without further ado, baby, let's get into this recipe, y'all. So y'all, the key to a good Jamaican oxtail recipe, and when I say good, I mean good, is the marinade, okay? So that is what we are going to start off with. We have some of our components here for the marinade. We're using some bell peppers, some onion, garlic, ginger, scallions, thyme, and of course our pepper. I am using a habanero because I could not find any Scotch bonnet peppers, but if Scotch bonnets are local to you, feel free to use them, okay? We're going to start by chopping all of our veggies, starting with the bell peppers. And remember guys, all of the ingredients and full measurements will be listed in the description box below for this oxtail recipe, okay? So we have both of our onions, green and yellow, chop those up. Now once we get to the garlic, I went ahead and put on my gloves, baby, because ain't nobody trying to be walking around smelling like a fresh pack of garlic after this. So grab you a glove, honey, especially when dicing up that pepper. Trust me, these peppers are spicy and you don't want to learn the hard way handling these with bare hands. No ma'am, no sir. All of our veggies are chopped and prepped. Go ahead and add those to the bowl, and we're going to set these off to the side. Now you guys, we're going to grab our oxtail. Yeah, man, I am cleaning mine with some vinegar, water, and lime. I scrubbed these oxtails and got all of that gunk and nasty stuff off. I washed them until the water was clean. Now for this step, feel free to clean or wash your oxtail however you please, child. You know y'all be ready to say, that's not how you do it. That's not how you clean it. I ain't trying to see y'all tussling in the comments, okay? So just clean your meat however you please. Now you also want to trim some of the fat off of your oxtail. Leave a little on there just for the flavor, you guys. I actually forgot to complete that step during this part, so I ended up removing the fat off of my oxtail later in the cooking process. Okay y'all, once you have the oxtail cleaned and trimmed off some of the fat, we're going to add our chopped veggies in along with some fresh thyme and our seasonings, y'all. To season this, we are using onion and garlic powder, basil, oregano, a little bit of accent, Lawry's, and a little bit of Adobo seasoning. We're also going in with some black pepper and ground allspice. If you can find the cloves, go ahead and use those, but I already had ground allspice on hand, so that is what I used. Next, we are adding in some soy sauce and some browning to give us that staple oxtail color, okay? Mix that all together and use your hands, baby, to really get up in there and rub them oxtails down, honey, like you rub your little baby's faces sending them off to school, okay? Y'all know them faces be greasy. Next, we are going to cover these and set them in the fridge. Let these marinate for 12 hours, okay y'all? Then we're going to take them out of the fridge and let them come to room temperature. This is very important to prevent the meat from seizing once we start cooking. The oxtail, I let mine set out for an additional 2 to 3 hours. Our meat and veggies have marinated. They've come to room temperature. We're going to grab a very large pot, add in your vegetable oil and brown sugar. Then we're just going to let this caramelize, you guys, and add in our oxtails to the pan. We're going to sear these on both sides for about 2 minutes each. This is what they look like after searing, and please you guys be careful to not burn the brown sugar because that will make your oxtail very bitter, and baby, that is not what we're trying to do, okay? So keep this over medium-ish, a little bit medium-high. You don't want to go too high because you will end up burning the sugar. Add the seared oxtail to a plate and finish searing off the second half of the batch. We're doing this in batches, y'all, to make sure that each oxtail touches the bottom of the pan. You want it to kiss that pan, okay, so that it actually gets seared. Next, we're going to add in our veggies and let those heat up for about 2 to 3 minutes. We're adding in the remainder of our veggies and the rest of that marinade. Then we're going to add the oxtail back into the pot, top this off with some beef broth, and make sure that the broth is covering the oxtail, you guys. You want to make sure that they are submerged in the broth just like this. And don't forget, you guys, as mentioned earlier, all ingredients in the full measurements are in the description box below. We're going to go in with 2 to 3 bay leaves and 2 habaneros depending on your spice tolerance, because I know some of y'all just can't take the spice, child, but I enjoy the heat, so I went in with 2 habaneros starting off. Cover this slightly and place this over medium heat, you guys, no higher than that, okay? This is gonna cook low and slow, baby, nice and slow. This went total for about 3.5 hours. Yes, this is a labor of love, but trust me, it is definitely worth it, okay? Check and stir every 30 minutes. Whenever the liquid gets low, add in additional broth. I actually ran out of beef broth, so I started using some of the beef bouillon in hot boiling water. Just note, if you do use water, you guys, make sure to use hot boiling water, because honey, if you use cold water, the meat will seize up and stop the tenderizing process, and that just exited out everything we was trying to do, okay? So this is how we looking, y'all, at the 2.5 hour mark. I went ahead and skimmed some of the fat off the top, and I also added in another habanero because the spice wasn't kicking enough for me like I wanted it to, so I dropped another one of those bad boys in there. Like I mentioned, you guys, I did start to run out of beef broth, so I went in with a little bit of beef bouillon there, and I added in the remainder of my beef broth, and I followed it up with some hot boiling water. You just want to make sure that your oxtail continue to be submerged in whichever liquid you are using throughout the cooking process. So whenever your liquid decreases, you want to just add more beef broth or more hot boiling water to the pot to keep the oxtail submerged in the liquid, okay? Once you have re-upped on your broth or water mixture, cover the pot again slightly and let cook for another hour over medium heat. After that hour passed, this is what we're looking like, baby. These oxtails are so tender, fall off the bone, honey. You can take a spoon literally and cut that bad boy. That's how tender these are, okay? So now that our oxtail have tenderized, we're going to add in our can of drained butter beans and 2 tablespoons of ketchup. I also added in just a little bit of hot water to thin out the gravy, just a bit to the consistency that I like, okay? Cover this and let simmer on low for another 10 to 15 minutes. Now you guys, our labor, honey, of love is done, baby. It's time to plate this up. Go ahead and add a nice heavy serving of rice and peas, and we're just gonna ladle on that gravy and oxtail extra gravy, and it is time to dig in. I hope this meal transports you guys to Jamaica, baby. I felt like somebody's Jamaican grandma in the kitchen, okay? These oxtail are so rich, hearty, and meaty. They are literally like butter because they're so tender from that slow cooking process. They are falling off the bone. Just so good, y'all. I really hope you guys give this recipe a try, because I know it will be a hit for you and for your family. Trust me, y'all, these oxtails are on another level, okay? If you are new here and you want to cook with us, it's easy, y'all. All you have to do is hit that subscribe button to join our growing foodie family. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up so that I know you are watching. And don't forget to leave me a comment down below. What do you think of this recipe? And I will talk to you foodies in my next video. Bye, y'all.